Welcome back to a new video. In this video we are going to configure our NGIPS and allow the traffic between our R1 and R2 to form a neighbor relationship of the EIGRP. Right, so I will go ahead and I will take the access now, and now I will edit on this one, my device NGIPS, and now I need to have a security zone. So I will G0/0 is the outside one, so I will click on edit and I will say that enable, and I just give a name as outside, and now you can create a security zone. Click on new and you can say that it is outside and click on OK. Now if you remember, in the object with the same name already exists because I do have the routed mode outside one, so I will say that outside inline, and it should create my outside security zone. And if you remember, I do not have any option for IPv4. I do have an option for IPv6, but still it is only accepting the link local address. Coming to the advanced, we don't want to configure anything, so no IP address, is just only an interface now. And now the mode, very important, it's none or passive, so it should be none, and click on OK. Now I will go ahead and configure my E0/1, that would be inside one. I will just enable and I will say that it should be inside, and security zone I will go ahead and create a new one, that is inside IN. Click on OK and click on OK. You can see that outside has been not assigned, so I will go ahead and I will assign it here. Security zone outside in, click on OK, and now it is been assigned. Click on save. So now at this moment my interfaces have been in the inline modes by default, and now I have created the inside and outside zone. Another thing is that I need to put these two interfaces within a inline set, so I need to group this one. So I will go back and you can see an option over here, inline set. Click on that one and I will say that add inline set and give a name as an inline practice PR, and I will select. You can see that by default it is selecting that one. So I do have those things, so it is suggesting me that inside to outside or outside to inside. Click on add and click OK. Adding interface to the inline set will change interface mode and existing, so it will automatically change that interface mode and all those things. So just click on yes, and now your inline set has been created. So once that has been done, now another thing is that my policy is blocking the traffic between these two routers. That's the only thing left. So I will allow the EIGRP protocol to run. So I will go to my policies, access control policies, and I have to edit the NGIPS one. So click on edit and I will add a new rule. So click on add rule, and now I will say that rule 1, inside, source will be inside, destination will also be outside. So now why I am allowing bidirectional? So in case if my EIGRP messages have been sent here, it will receive, when it replies it will block again. So bidirectionally I have to allow the traffic, so that's why I have selected both the interfaces as a source and destination over here. And networks, I'm just allowing any for now, but I'm interested in ports. At this moment I just want the EIGRP neighbor relationship to be formed, so I will just allow the EIGRP protocol. So in the protocol, go ahead and select the EIGRP. Right, EIGRP protocol number 88. So click on add over here and it should show up here, and click on login. I need the login. Click on log at the end of connection and click on add. So this rule has been created now. So my EIGRP traffic will be allowed after this deployment. So I will click on save. And I will go to deploy and deploy this configuration now. And deploy and deploy. So once this deployment has been done, my neighbor relationship should be formed. And you can see that these rule zones do not include interfaces from any of the target device. and device will never match this rule. Okay, so I have created my policies in the wrong way. So if I go back here, access control policy, so I have created a new zones. If you remember, inside in and outside in, I have to select those interfaces, but I have selected the wrong interfaces, I think so. I'll just go to the rule and yep, inside outside. Let me check. Now I have selected the correct one. Still it is giving me an error, not a problem. So go ahead and I will deploy that one. And let's read the error once again. The rule contains a zone with no defined interfaces. This rule uses zones that do not include interfaces. Okay, yes, deploy. Because since we are deploying in the transparent mode, so it is giving me error saying that these interfaces are not in the routed mode and it does not include any IP address or something over there. So that's the error. And once this deployment has been done, let's see whether our EIGRP traffic is been allowed or not. Right, so you can see that my policy has been in the 90% of my deployment. So once this deployment is complete, now let's wait for our EIGRP protocol to be running. Do show IP EIGRP neighbor, not yet. I will say that shut and no shut and exit. Interface should be up and EIGRP messages should be running now. Right, so you can see that my EIGRP status has been not up. Let's do a troubleshoot here. So I will go back to my FMC now. I will click on device and device management. Let's do a troubleshoot now. And I will click on edit. And now you can see that my security zones have been removed from here. So when I added my inline set over here, so by default it was like a none, mode was none. So now it is an inline mode. So now if I go back to my interfaces, there are no security zones. So go ahead and I will create a new security zones. And if you remember, now you can see that mode is inline over here. And there is no security zone. We already created the security zone known as inside in and outside in. So I'll create a new one saying that it's an outside inline INL. So this will be the new security zone for me. Click on OK. And I will assign it. Click OK. Now I will go ahead and I will assign another security zone. And now this one will be new inside INL. Click on OK and click on OK. So once this has been done, I will click on save. And now I have to also change in my policies. So I will go back to my policy now and I will just change that zones. I will click on policies and access control policy and click on edit. So by default, these modes were not in inline. So it was in none. So when I created an inline set, so it has changed that mode to inline mode. And after that, it has removed the previous configuration on my interfaces over here. So that's the reason the policy was giving me some error over there. So I will click on edit. And I will just delete both of these and these. I will just go ahead and select the inside and outside. So these are the zones. And ports should be the same, EIGRP and loggings, and click on save and click on save. And now when I deploy this time, it should not show me any warnings. Click on deployment. I will select my NGIPS, click on deploy and deploy. And this time it does not show me any warning. So hopefully when this is being deployed, my EIGRP NAPE relationship will be up and running. So I will just keep it on over here. and let this policy deployment be finished. Right, so now you can see that my policy has been deployed. So as soon as it's been deployed, so my neighbor relationship is up and running. So if I say that do show IP EIGRP neighbor, and now I am able to form the neighbor relationship. And if I say do show IP route, I should see the routes of loopback 2 and 22. So now these are the 2 and 22. So let's do ping 2.2.2 with source loopback 0. You can see that I'm not able to ping even though if I can see the routes. The reason is that my policy is blocking because I only allowed the EIGRP protocol. I did not allow the ICMP traffic. So in next what we are going to do is that we are going to allow the ICMP traffic. So I will go to my policies, access control policy, and click on edit. And I will edit the role. And now I will go to my ports and I will just add the ICMP protocol too in order to ping. So if I go ahead up ICMP, so ICMP, just select the type any, click on add over here and click on save. So once this is been saved, so we will go ahead and deploy this one policy. So once this is been deployed, we are able to ping. So it's exactly the same how we are configured in the FTD. The only thing is that we are not going to configure the interfaces in the routed mode. So go ahead and I will deploy this one now. Right, deploy and deploy. So once this policy has been deployed, I will come back and do the verification and complete the video. Alright, so my policy has been deployed. So I will go ahead and I will try to ping one more time now. You see that ping is been allowed. So this is just a small example how to configure your firewall in the transparent mode and how to do a small lab, but remaining things are entirely similar to what we did in the FTD videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next video.